Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. Bunch formation for these receivers. Give to the running back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. Can't get him to the ground. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here. Only called on 1 time in that loss last week. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. He'll start this drive firing. Makes the catch. It's McClure. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard it.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Bringing the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot it. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Sends it back in motion. White going to attack through the air. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. Right on the money. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. To the air on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's McClure. They started in a great spot, but now facing a 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive. And I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Pressure coming. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Leaves it with the running back. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
That's just not the start you're expecting to see from this guy. Obviously, it's a big game. There's a lot of pressure. The crowd is loud, but we've seen 2 drops in the 1st quarter from this guy. He's got to crank it up.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the 1st down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down in inches. Nice job by getting the 1st down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
Throws for the tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense. Throw him.
Turning it on! They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Got it set up on the outside. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
This offense looking at a third down after that last completion. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
And this one splits the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. White wants to throw it. Gonna take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
QB overthrowing an open guy like that. That is just a kick in the gut for this team.
This time it's complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game if they were going to have success, they had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Another incompletion on third down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Memphis will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to... A little trickeration, looking to throw. Oh, and he picked it off. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. New set of downs after the completion. Leaves it with the back. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Makes the grab on the left. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Trying to keep this drive alive. Looks as if that'll be enough for a Tulane first down.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do they do most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
They'll move the wide receiver. Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And it's no good. He missed the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. He gets a block. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Just a short pass to the tight end. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. That's reeled in, it's Bell. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
White going to attack through the air. Looking to the big tight end. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Caught in the backfield, it's Shaw. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Touchdown, Memphis! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He might want another play. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's McClure. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Got out of trouble and throws. Quickly to the tight end.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
He's got him this time. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. Looking to throw on first down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's McClure. Breaks into the open. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's McClure. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Second down, he'll throw it. Dumps it to the back. He's got it. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll open the second half with a run. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Green Wave hoping that huge run puts momentum on their side. To the air on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game, and you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. Grab near the marker. It's McClure. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half. Running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Jukes his way for more. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Running back searching for a hole. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Wave.
The best running backs are the guys that can just snip out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
The snap sets up the throw. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. White wants to throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Fires to the big fella. Great reaction by this defense, immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Fires to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. White going to attack through the air. Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Bell. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
If you're going to try a push pass here on 1st down by the goal line, you've really got to get great blocking. You can't allow penetration, and the offense wasn't able to do that. Look at the defense on that last play. They were able to get in the backfield. They make a tackle on a speedy wide receiver to get the TFL.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Memphis. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Yeah, and it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You got the option. You can run the football, still be balanced, use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
They'll go to the air. Quickly complete. He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting... There he goes! Now, after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one.
Green 25.
They'll go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again.
Get set, get set.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field to cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the grab. It's Burrell. Turning it on. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the passing.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Oh, they're after him. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Now it's 3rd and goal. Under fire. Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. Touchdown, Tulane. And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Michigan State dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Connor Cook-led Sparty teams that won Big Ten titles in 2013 and 2015. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. White wants to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Wants to throw on first down. He lets it fly. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Trying to run, it's Shaw. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
After almost housing it from deep, they'll try to finish the deal from the red zone. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on 3rd down. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got a man. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Trying to punch it in.
Well, 2 things you're thinking about here offensively is, 1, you want to take as much time off the clock. But 2, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You can almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
They're going to run it. And he takes
so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
He'll start the return inside his 5.
The return is tackled down.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. White going to attack through the air. Here's a throw downfield late. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Going the other way, and he's got room. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They were able to do whatever they wanted the last time they had it. They put together some runs, they completed some passes, and they put a touchdown on the board. Great place to start for this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Green Wave. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they are cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Here comes the heat. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
White wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Takes a hit as he fires. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He's out of... at the 9-yard line to pick the return, and the offense will be threatening.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing, and you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure.
Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tulane! And the punishment has been extended. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. These corners backing off a bit. On the direct snap, it's off. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse